Hello,
Hello,
friends.
friends. Hey.
Happy whatever day of the week it is. I don't know. Thursday. I thought yesterday was Thursday all day. So today's Thursday.
Yeah, when you're home for like a few weeks, you don't know what day it is anymore. I
Mm-mm.
have to work on
Nope.
Sunday, and that's gonna throw me way off.
Oh yeah, especially when when you've been used to working Monday through Friday, it's like it just
hmm
throws your schedule all off.
Yep.
Go ahead and introduce yourself. I'm like this backwards thing is like I don't even know. Go ahead, Wendy. Introduce yourself. Tell the people who you are.
Yes. Hey, friends. I'm Wendy. This is my floof Jaxie. Hi. He's adorable. Um, I've been in sales for 14 years, including working at Claire's. So this will be interesting today. Um, I started in retail and worked my way up to inside sales. I like to go over the differences between traditional sales and multi-level marketing tactics. So yeah, I'm excited for this one. I voice messaged Jen, like, what are you doing?
I know. And I was like, "Oh, I'm like I kind of wanted to take a nap, but then I laid down, but then I got excited, so I didn't end up taking the nap." I was
Oh
like,
no.
"Okay, I'm just gonna get up and make food, and then we're gonna go." Hi, I'm Jen, Mrs. Pico Speaks. I am obviously here on YouTube running my mouth. I was in Sensi for over 8 years, and I was in the top 2% before I decided that leadership was not my jam, and I didn't want to do it anymore. Um, Spent a lot of my time, the majority of my child's life, in MLM. I get to talk a lot about the tactics and what it's like being inside MLM, as well as some of the things that people say and the lies that people, in my opinion, share. Bomb Party is both Wendy and my probably favorites. We talk about BP all the time. We do a lot of texting about BP videos and what reps have going on. There's a couple funny and interesting things that have been shared that we'll probably share with y'all at the end because I've had interesting conversations the past 24 hours with people regarding BP. So like Wendy said, this is a video she found. I have not seen it. The rep that is I'll just I'll just share it so we can talk about. I don't know who this rep is. I have never watched her, but I have seen her. She also does some interesting content on TikTok. I think she's done like TikTok podcasts, like mini videos talking about BP and recruiting and all that. So I don't know her other than that, but this is going to be a good one.
Yeah, this is my first time seeing her. I was gonna react to a different video today, but the video was like so dry that I could not get through it. And then this one was recommended to me, and as soon as I saw like Bomb Party versus Claire's, I was like, sold. Let's do it.
Jax is so cute. I'm just sitting here watching him like he's just chilling. Do you have a window? Is that what he's looking out as a
Yeah,
window? Okay.
yeah.
'Cause I'm like, he's so alert.
Oh yeah.
Ar
If there's another dog, he's gonna be like, oh, doggy.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're a doggy.
Okay. Alright, let's how did we get there? Okay.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Serena here with Love and Light Reveals. I have a small business on TikTok where I reveal mystery jewelry with Bomb Party. And today we are going to dive in and take a peek at the difference between Bomb Party and Claire's. And the reason I'm doing this is purely for entertainment because
Okay. Okay. We're starting right off the bat, purely for entertainment. But is it? But
No,
is it?
because like the only reason she's doing this video is because her comment section kept saying like, "Oh, this is Claire's jewelry. This is Claire's quality jewelry." And now she's like playing defensive. Well, now I got to compare Claire's to Bomb Party. And we'll get into it, don't worry. But like
Mhm.
my thing is at least Claire's isn't like promising like, oh, maybe you'll find a real gem. Maybe this is worth like $200. Claire's is
Mhm.
a you get what you get kind of store. So
And you don't have to buy inventory if you go shop at Claire's.
no.
You don't Claire's is part of a company. I don't know if they have franchise stores, but Claire's is not an MLM. Like Lisa said, yes, Claire's is not an MLM.
I didn't have to
'Cause
recruit anyone when I worked there. I just rung people out.
no, if you did not see our video, Wendy and I did a video talking about recruiting and comparing MLM, BP to a 9 to 5. We did that this past Sunday, so if you Lindsay, I guess
Disorder,
not.
like, have it delivered,
Sorry.
it's fine.
Right? Exactly. So we did that video Sunday, so you can go and find that video because we did talk a lot about the comparison that reps give between a 9 to 5 and MLM. Also, side note, please don't go to this rep's page or her
Mm,
TikTok or any of her social media and engage in ugly conversation and commentary. We don't allow that. We don't want people to do that, and just be a kind human. She's a public figure, and that's all we're here to talk about, not her as a person.
right. I do love her crown, though, that is beautiful.
Mhm.
And yeah, like
Honestly,
Lisa said, don't get your ears pierced at Claire's. Like, I have horror stories on my training experience on what it was like to like, do ear piercings there. It was don't do it. There was no training. It was terrible.
that's that's
And the guns are dangerous. Like, you should have, like, a straight needle.
I know the difference, and I just want you to know the difference as a consumer or even someone who's looking to get into this business. And knowledge is
It
power.
always comes back to recruiting. It always
Mhm.
comes back to recruiting every time.
Yep.
Yes,
Mhm.
always go to a piercer or a tattoo shop. Sometimes nurses do it if you have, like, babies and young children. You can always ask your pediatrician's office, and sometimes they can refer you to, like, actual nurses that do it, which is interesting. Ooh, Brandy Lee, hello.
Hello. How are you?
We're
Yeah,
talking about ugly jewelry.
I got, like, all of my ear piercings done at Claire's before I knew, any better, so it's all good.
There's a place, God, what is it called? I think it's called Rowan, and this is my personal experience. It's a piercing place, and I took Boogie to get well, Emmett and I took Boogie to get her ears pierced last winter break because that's what she wanted, and I got an ear piercing in my ear because I was like, I wanted to show her it's fine, nothing, it's not a big deal, blah, blah, blah. Well, anyway, they pierced my ear using the gun, and like a not very smart person, the earring they put in was a child's ear size. So it was digging in the back. I freaked out after like the second day because it hurt so bad. I obviously have piercings. I have my nose pierced, I have my ears pierced. And I immediately emailed them and was like, "No, no, no, you guys used the incorrect size earring." And they
Right.
ended up refunding me, but I was like, I was so mad, and I'm like, "What if this happened to my kid?" Who at the time was 9, but who is already terrified of getting her ears pierced because she's like, it would hurt." And I'm like, "It hurts for a second, you'll be fine." And she wanted to do it. It was not pressured. She was the one who wanted her ears pierced, but I'm like, I'm glad I had the bad experience and not her because what an awful, like, first time getting your ears pierced experience could be for a 9-year-old who probably would
Mhm.
never get her ears pierced after that, but it was me, so
Right.
But really, this is for fun. I painfully went to Claire's and bought a bunch of jewelry that was not inexpensive, by the way. And what I did is I compared.
okay, what
Compared
is
to Bomb Party?
what
Like
is n what is not expensive in her mind?
like, the Lux bracelets for one bracelet, it's technically one bracelet with 3 chains on it. You're charging $45, but you're gonna complain about Claire's.
And the other thing is, have y'all looked at the when they when they why are words so hard for me today? When they reveal the bracelets and they're turning it around, have y'all noticed that the chains aren't always even? And yes, I know not everything has to be. exactly the same, but I would want something to be pretty dang close. If it's not exact, close. So it's like, how are those I have a problem. I have a problem with the bracelets anyway being connected with those 2 long pieces in the back. I get the purpose and I understand. It's just I don't like it at all.
They're starting to have issues with them because I was watching Kenny G earlier. She had to open up a new stack for someone because the way that one of the bracelets, like it had like a kink in it and like it just did not look good. Like she could not lay it flat or anything. And then the very next reveal, one of the chains was like backwards. So the gems were backwards. Like,
What?
yeah. So she had to have like her mom try to fix it, but I don't think that was a fixable thing.
Oh,
Like, imagine
and
getting
then
a stack
what
of 3 bracelets that you cannot separate, and one of them is backwards.
where is the quality control? She
Oh no,
doesn't
we
live
save
here. She
money on
doesn't go
quality
here.
control. You don't need
It's like
quality control when it's a surprise reveal.
I mean, I guess surprises are surprises. They didn't say it was gonna be a good surprise.
Exactly.
Oh my
Right.
goodness.
Lisa, like they have like clasps that you can add to your jewelry to like connect multiple pieces in once.
Yeah.
So for them to like not give you the option to do that, that kind of sucks, you know?
But we
And
know that Lillian can do that because she did it with the Lux Layers necklaces that had 3 necklaces. They had the connector in the
yeah,
back.
right.
She knows
That's what
how
I'm
to
saying.
use it.
Uh-huh.
I was watching her too this morning. Sherry said I was watching Disney Mom this morning. I was too.
Yeah, I was
She's like
going between Jules, Kenny, and Vanessa.
so if you did not watch Jules last night. So Jules is the woman
Do we want to
who
save
did
this for like the end as like a teaser?
yes. So if you did not watch Jules's live last night, there were some conspiracy theories in her live that people were talking about. We're going to talk about it at the end because I have some screenshots, but it was, and we're trying to see if the video was saved because I would love that video. It would be great to react to, but at least I got a couple screenshots and it's not just Jules, it's other reps that y'all know really well. I'm not going to say who because it's wild, but we're going to talk about it at the end. We're going to talk
Yes,
about it at the end.
I'm excited.
I still the
It to
conspiracy.
our collections as much as possible. So we are going to get started with their we would call
Oh,
Market Fresh.
Oh,
okay.
this is what she's comparing to Market Fresh, y'all.
That's like Clay Kids. Like I bought a Clay Kids bead set for Olivia Boogie, and that's what they look like. Those look like little clay earrings.
But here's the thing, that is not a comparison whatsoever to Market Fresh. First off, those are clip-on earrings. It literally says clips. And
I didn't even
um,
see that.
yeah, and it's like one of those things where like, okay, you're comparing like a Nissan to a Hot Wheel. Like, okay, like they're
Right.
both cars, you know.
Right. They'll both get you there, but
I'm gonna pull
I
up a Market Fresh just for
Wendy does have
comparison.
eagle eyes. For real. That's why I'm like, Wendy just needs to look at everything. Just Wendy proofs it.
Dude, this is my anxiety. I just like look through everything.
Hello in the UK. And if that
You're
is
welcome.
your cat is so cute with a little, I want to boop its nose.
Mhm.
Because,
If you
yeah.
guys, okay, this is what we are comparing.
Wait, hold on.
Like, that's a Market Fresh, and yet you're gonna get like clay clip-on earrings.
You're
That's a
gonna compare it to
comparison?
this right here?
That's no comparison.
No.
I can't. And, like, I'm not in favor of Bomb Party on this one. Like, I'm not saying Bomb Party is better. I'm just saying this
Nope.
is not a comparison.
But even then, so this like card that has these clip-on earrings on it, you have 3 sets of earrings, not
Right.
just 1. So let's go ahead and start keeping a tally of, yes, we're not gonna compare quality right now, but, we'll come back to the quality, but 3 sets of earrings versus 1 set of earrings, like, okay, point for Claire's. Cheaper
And you
than
get to
BP,
choose it too. You can look
point
at the
for Cla
item and say, "You know what? I decide to take that home today."
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Charlie.
Charlie.
So cute. I love the little mustache.
Charlie is cute. I know. Brandy Lee, we wanna know. Give the people what they want. I'm just kidding, people is me. But that's like Wendy and I joke, was it Sunday's Live that you're like, you're the pastel rainbow, like,
Yes.
fluffy clouds girly, and I'm the one that's, like, all black and, like, in my emo adult phase.
Mhm. I went through my, emo phase and everything, and don't get me wrong, like, I still love it, like, I'm sad I can't go to the My Chemical Romance concert, like, my emo heart breaks a little bit for that, but,
Mhm.
now I'm in my pastel era. Now I'm curious. I'm gonna go on a little rabbit hole, but we can play the video.
These are their earrings. And then we
I
have
just
some
can't.
rings that I already
Some rings? Okay, how many I wanna know how many rings are on the package or in that came in there, but she's just gonna skate right on by.
Mhm.
took
Yeah.
off that we're going to take a look at. And then also their Lux, I guess Lux layers. I don't
It's
know.
That's
ma'am,
not no.
it's Claire's. It's Claire's. And I've never grown out of my dark angsty era. It's here to stay. I can't believe it's their Lux layers, ma'am.
What you would call this, but let's just take a look. Okay. So we're going to start by
You
putting
don't know what to call it. Read off the receipt or what it is. Come on
Mhm.
now.
Yeah, to Lisa's and Rhinoceros's point, Claire's doesn't know Lux, and Lux, um yeah, Claire's is sterling silver. Yeah, that's literally as high as they go. But Claire's also isn't out here saying like, "Oh yeah, this is like $45." Like, I just typed in fruit earrings, and you can get a 9-pack of enamel fruit earrings from them for $15.
9 pairs
So
of earrings.
expensive who? That's cheaper than anything Bomb Party sells.
Yeah. What a deal. What a deal.
Mhm.
No, Stephanie's right.
No.
BP isn't Lux either. Not at all.
It's just a fancy word for more money, please.
Yep.
this
Yeah.
ring vision on
Kat
so that you can see
said
the jewelry up close and personal. That's how
I
we do it.
sorry. Kat said also doesn't Claire's market to a younger demographic? Yeah, there's Claire's
Yes.
and icing. Icing goes more towards like the younger, like 20s, market.
Mhm.
And then Claire's is like your teens, and kids. So yeah, of course it's gonna be more affordable.
Right. And they're not going to, as a parent, I'm not going to buy my child jewelry that's expensive unless it's for a special occasion or like a milestone or something like that.
Mhm.
But she's also not going to wear jewelry from BP that's like does not even fit a child's l- aesthetic or however they want it, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's
No.
shiny and it's pretty but my 10-year-old's not going to want BP jewelry. Like, Claire's
No.
jewelry is inexpensive and fun and that's what makes it fun, but it's not meant to last a lifetime.
I worked there when the mustache trend was a thing, and forever in my mind, I will never forget all of the mustache jewelry we had.
Yes, I remember that. Kids don't want cruise
Right.
jewelry. Exactly. That's exactly it, Stephanie.
Or like this giant chunker of a ring for like a small kid's hand to match their mother. And it's like,
Right.
for me personally, I don't want to match my mom. Like, she's a great woman. I love her, but we have very different styles. So I'm not trying to be like, oh, let's match. And didn't you say that there was like a woman trying to like that bought like a bunch of rings trying to find the one that she promised her kid?
I think it was a necklace. I think Stephanie and I were
Necklace.
talking about that one day. I think it was a necklace, and it was a birthday collection necklace with the opals. And it was
Mhm.
she wanted one of them specifically for thank you. Thank you. She wanted one of them specifically for her daughter because she said she had promised her daughter the metal and the stone or whatever, and it wasn't in one of those pieces that was like you see every 3 openings. It was
Right.
one that, you know, she had to buy a lot to even find one, and she bought so many. Yes, it was a necklace. That's what I thought. She bought
Yeah.
so many to get it for her daughter. Like, why not just go to a store and say, "Oh," by the time she if she ever did, I don't know if she did, finds the necklace, however much she spent, I'd be like, "Take all that money and I'd go buy something real, authentic,
Right.
like from a jeweler or a small business or a hand design, like a handcrafter or somebody like that." It's like you could spend I know it's not my place to tell people how to spend their money, but I'm gonna do it anyway. You could spend your money in a lot better ways than buying boiled jewelry. And no, necklaces aren't boiled, but it's the point that it's all boiled in my opinion.
The necklaces are unseasoned.
Seasoned, yes. Unseasoned boiled chicken.
I'm still here.
When we reveal jewelry, which says a lot, you guys. The fact that we use this exposes every detail of
You
the
have
jewelry.
got to be kidding me.
Oh,
You have
wait until
got
you hear
to
this
be kidding
explanation.
me. You have
It
got
gets
to be
better.
kidding me. I hold on. Hold on. I gotta hear this again where she talks about ring vision.
You see the jewelry up close and personal. That's how we do it when we reveal jewelry.
Wait, hold on. I don't know if I went okay. Let me start here.
Let's just take a look. Okay, so we're going to start by putting this ring vision on so that you can see the jewelry up close and personal. That's how we do it when we reveal jewelry, which says a lot, you guys. The fact that we use this exposes every detail of
Okay.
the jewelry.
Let it play a little bit more. Let it play a little more. I promise you.
And even imperfections, because they are hand set, they are not glued.
There you go.
Stop.
Told you.
Stop.
I knew you would love
Stop
that part.
right now.
I've seen some of the I don't want to say lesser
PvP?
known ones, but yeah, I've seen some smaller creators use it. I know the new iPhones have like an auto zoom, but the older ones don't, and I think some Androids do and some don't. So yeah, it just depends on what phone you have, really.
Okay. Yes. Yes. They are glued in. Yes. Yes.
Yes. Sometimes, because sometimes they're
Yeah.
missing.
There's going to be human error, obviously, and we have
Human error, there's a lot of error. A lot. And I don't want to say that the people who like put the jewelry together, that's not the right word. Y'all know what I mean. Like they're doing their best. I firmly believe that people want to do, the best job they can. And that's a very general statement, but there's a lot of error because they're not paying a lot for the pieces. Sherry Sherry said errors in picking designs. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Well, also, like, when you think of the people putting these rings together, they don't have all day to sit there and put one stone in, like, individually and take the time that they need to in order to perfect it. They have a quota they have to meet. They have a stack of rings, and have seen pictures of people with like stacks of like the metals and the jewels and stuff. So they're working at incredibly fast speeds. It's so hard to have quality control when you're being pushed to your limits.
Yes. Lisa said, and I doubt they are paid well. Absolutely. I 100% believe that. Sam says, as a former jeweler, I know when things are glued. Right.
Mhm.
It's, what doesn't help is when you look at the rings and when you look at some of the pieces, specifically the rings, because they put hot water in them, what do you expect is going to happen to glue or the adhesive
Mhm.
that's used? Of course, it's going to break that down. And then, of course, you're going to have the stones falling out. I don't believe that the jewelry was intended to be put in hot water, like boiling hot water. The reason they did that was to dissolve the cubes faster, to make it a more efficient process. And of course, it's a great experience and you get the whole bubbles and all the things and people add stuff and it's great. But I don't believe that was the purpose and the intent originally.
No, even in the care instructions, it tells you like to remove it before, you are doing anything with water. So if they already know not to put it into the water, then they already know that there could be issues with it.
Hmm.
Sorry, my dog is throwing a tantrum because like he wants up, but he doesn't want to like jump up.
Of course.
Come on, buddy.
120-day warranty to help with that. So for $19.99,
120-day warranty to help with the manufacturing defects because they're set by hand. I think
Mhm.
I have that right, right?
Yeah.
I think that's the path of the logical thinking, in my opinion, she's using here.
Mhm.
for an experience, for a chance to reveal genuine stones, even diamonds, or
Okay,
For a
what
chance. For a
what
chance.
what is a what is an ice crystal, ma'am? I would really love to know what the composition is that makes up an ice crystal because I think it's epoxy
Oh, me too.
or resin, whatever. I don't think that it's a real stone.
I know I Googled it before, but I didn't pull up much, but now I'm going to Google it again.
even 0.925 sterling silver. So there's a lot of fun and just excitement to our collection. All right, let's get started.
Oh
So we
yeah,
have
sorry, forgot to tell y'all. It does get blurry when they put ring vision or bling vision on. It'll be blurry while she shows all of the stuff. I can't help that.
Market Fresh, which is our Market Fresh. I don't know what they call this. These are Claire's, clearly.
Claire's fruit earrings, ma'am. That's all you have to say.
Mhm.
I don't know. Is that glitter? Maybe.
What else would it be? I don't know. Is it glitter?
Dippin' Dots. What the
What else would it be? Like, I would really like to know what. Drop something in the chat that glitters like glitter. I don't know. What do you think it would be? These answers are going to be good because I know live chat doesn't disappoint. But if it's not glitter, what is it?
The hopes and dreams of the reps.
the the gold dust worth what the reps are losing, in my opinion, to Lillian? Maybe. See, chat is not just y'all are not disappointing me today.
Nope.
This is fantastic.
But also, like we said before, like she's making it to seem like this bad thing, but you know what you're buying when you buy it from Claire. So you know you're purchasing glitter.
Yeah. And they have to have some kind of processes and supply chain and quality control and because big companies do. I worked for GameStop. Like we imported a lot of stuff that was not just games. There's, collectibles and all kinds of stuff. And so I kind of got to see a window into that. And no, I got to see y'all distracted me. Tears of the innocent. A
Retail tears.
sparkle for every rep that's lost money in BP.
It's like
Yes.
the LaCroix of the jewelry world. Like, oh yeah, here's
Yes.
like a hint of gold. We're
Yes.
just gonna
I don't
waft
remember what
it.
I don't remember what I was saying, but I'll play the video.
Is it glued on? Is it sprayed on? Maybe a spray on glitter?
Why are you
cares?
picking apart Claire's jewelry, ma'am? Why are you picking it apart? Because I know we pick apart BP jewelry. That's what we do here. But I would like to know the cost comparison between the two. And you're comparing apples and oranges. You're comparing watermelons and cherries.
Mhm.
Watermelons and cherries.
Super cute.
Also,
and
Lisa
fun.
wins with Mother Mary's Vape Shack curtains.
Lisa wins. Oh, Mother Mary.
This,
She's something else.
I don't know what this is. I think that sits on your earlobe.
You don't
It's a
know.
clip-on.
Oh
It fucking says clips right there, ma'am.
I
What are you
can't.
doing?
I can't.
I am
Yeah.
going to rage in this video, so I apologize for how loud I'm gonna be. But, ooh. Like, I don't know what this is, then why are you comparing it? If you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, then why are you acting like an expert?
It's for entertainment value, Wendy. Remember?
Oh,
It's for
I'm fucking
entertainment
entertained
purposes.
right now, aren't I? This is why I'm on stress
I don't even know if I put that on my daughter because that would be so painful.
Ma'am, have you ever, please tell me, and I'm not trying to like judge and know how old she is. That's not up for me to decide. But ma'am, you never saw clip earrings as a child? Like, did you? You may have never, and if you didn't, that's totally okay. However, that says clips on them, and all you have to do is take it off the paper to see how comfortable it is. I don't think it's any less comfortable than nipple earrings. I'm gonna
Yeah.
say it. Like
I used to wear clip-ons because I didn't get my ears pierced till I was in like 4th grade or so. And from what I remember, like they weren't as uncomfortable as what she's making it out to seem. Like half the time I forgot that they were there.
Do you remember, and I'm definitely aging myself with this, do you remember the the earrings, the sticker earrings that were like jelly
Yes.
looking ones? I
Yes.
remember
I
those
loved
too, like
those.
the little stars and hearts and circles and all the shapes.
Yep.
Man, I remember those.
I used to put them on my face too. I had no shame. I didn't care.
I still wear glitter. Who cares?
And then there's your backing. So I don't know what material these are, you guys. Maybe plastic. I'm not really sure.
It probably
There's
says on the sticker on the back. It has to, right?
it'll tell you like a brief description. It won't go into detail on like, oh, MSRP and like it won't go into detail like that, but it'll say like clay earrings or, but also, do you not know the difference between plastic and clay? Like, I'm sorry, have you never had Play-Doh as a child?
Maybe she missed art class on those days, or maybe she didn't maybe she was homeschooled. I don't know. I'm gonna make up a whole narrative around the fact that she doesn't know the difference, and it doesn't really matter, but
No.
like
But if you don't know the difference, then don't talk about it like you do know the difference. Like, that's my biggest point. Like, I'm not saying anything about her, like, not knowing information. I've had some dumb experiences myself, but, you know, I'm not going to sit here and try to tell you how to, change your oil filter when I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing.
And trying to use something that you know is a lesser value to prove your point.
Right. It is grossly different. Like, it's not even in the same ballpark. Like, even if she didn't get fruits, like, she could have been like, okay, these are gems, and then these are bomb party gems, But she's like, ooh, these are fruit. That's not how you do a comparison with jewelry. You don't
No,
just look at the shape. There's so much
and
more.
if you want to even go a step further, and I'm not saying the MSRP of anything in Bomb Party is accurate or anywhere close to being accurate, look at the MSRP of these items. So if you don't know, BP creates their own MSRP. It's not anything that has been proven. Even the diamonds have been proven to be a lot less than the MSRP is. So the MSRP is just a number that's pulled out of Lillian's ass, in my opinion, and assigned to the pieces. I think I saw it was diamond earrings the other day that the value was like $3,500, and the GIA certificates for both of the diamonds total was less than 500.
Mhm.
So again, it's just a number that's made up. But if you're going to compare something, why don't you compare the MSRP, since y'all love to talk about the MSRP and how much it's worth, and compare something at that price point? Compare, if it's earrings are $100, compare a set of earrings that are $100 on Etsy or anywhere. And then we can talk about a fair comparison, because I don't think this is a fair comparison. It's not, in my opinion.
No. She's just mad that people are trying to say that the quality is bad on BP, which it is. And she doesn't know how to diffuse the situation. Like, in any kind of sales job, you are normally trained how to answer tough questions. Like, for example, when I worked for Amazon, I was on the devices team, and we had people all the time come up to us with questions on security issues, security, trust, things like that. And we were always told, and whether I agree with it or not, we were told how to handle those situations. Bomb Party will not give you that training that you need, and it clearly shows. You shouldn't rely on, reps to take these wild, inaccurate comparisons. It just doesn't make sense. You can tell that she wasn't properly trained with this.
Mm. Mhm. And that's very typical with MLMs overall is, yes, they talk about training, but it's not actual real training. It's very broad. A lot of the training is the same. When I would go to convention and events, the training and, like, they call them breakouts, were oftentimes the same topic, just named something a little bit different, or the wording had changed a little bit, but it's all the same. There really is no training. It's figure it out, whatever works for you, throw shit against the wall and see what sticks. And that's the training that you get. If you make it work, you make it work. If you recruit enough people to make money and make it worth your while, that's great, because most of the money is made on people that you recruit and the items that they sell, not on the items that you sell. So it's, we've seen the breakdown of 99% of a team, of a paycheck coming from a team, and 1% coming from individual sales. And that's just the MLM model that's broken, that we see time and time and time and time again.
Mhm. Real quick, to add on to my point too, whenever we were taught to do comparisons, it was always don't talk about the competitor, talk about how you can solve the issues, how your product, beats the competitor. You never want to disparage the competitor,
Mhm.
because that's an easy way to lose trust with people. If I'm selling like my Android phone, I'm not going to be like, well, Apple has like the green text messages, and like I'm not going to sit
Yeah.
here and start disparaging them. So this is unprofessional and just poorly done, in my opinion.
Mhm.
I'm going to run and grab a drink real quick.
And then here is
Okay.
our Market Fresh, you guys. Look at those.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm still here. What the
I
fuck?
I just want to start. Let's start top down first. This looks like a lemon drop, like a candy, like this looks like a lemon.
A lemon head. It literally
Yes,
looks like a lemon head.
yes, it does. Stuck on an earring. And then it's these like, okay, I know some people love hoops. I'm not a hoop girl. Like the hoops that I wear are like teeny tiny in my gauges. And I get some people like big hoops. And I get that this can appeal to people who, you know, maybe want something different. It's not my style. It Lisa
Yes.
said, I was thinking Skittle. Skittle is also accurate. And
Yeah.
round one to Claire's. Yes, exactly. To
At least with
me,
Claire's, you know that you're buying a lemon. What the hell is that?
right. Like these, and I think about, okay, and I know I always pick the jewelry. I'm very picky on a part, like I'm very picky with jewelry, but I could see those being in my ears and I could see the corners like touching my skin. And that just like makes my skin crawl when I think about like the corner of one of those earrings like rubbing against my skin or like bouncing against my skin as I walk. It's a no for me. BP is a lemon of a different type. Yes. How are the Lindsay wants to know how are those remotely similar? I don't know. I Your guess is as good as mine. Woof, as DC says.
It's not glass. It is either I'm sorry,
Oh, we're starting with the hand set pieces. Okay.
lab created, lab grown, genuine. You have so many different beautiful options. But look at the details,
Ma'am, are you talking about this? Are you talking about this earring? Or are you what are you talking about?
guys. Look at those. It's not glass. It is either I'm sorry, lab created, lab grown, genuine. You have so many different
Are cubic zirconias not glass? Can someone can someone please tell
I'll
me?
check.
I I thought the stone, I guess, and they could be plastic, but I would think that nicer cubic zirconia or even some of those stones would be glass. They're not crystals. You cannot convince me they're crystals like Swarovski crystals. Crystals. Words are so fucking hard today. What the hell? Lisa said you can tell that yellow is lab created because no gem is like that in nature. Absolutely. And Amy
Okay,
said,
so
"I would wear the Claire stuff for fun and giggles. I don't think you could pay me to wear those." Absolutely not.
yeah, and Market Fresh was like over $30.
Yes.
So cubic zirconia is not glass, but a man-made mineral that is
Oh.
often used as a diamond alternative. Cubic zirconia is a synthetic gemstone made of zirconium dioxide, a naturally occurring mineral. It's a popular alternative to diamonds because it's almost identical in appearance and more affordable. CZ is hard, optically flawless, keyword, optically flawless, and can be set into intricate settings. Um,
Okay. I learned something new today because I
yeah.
thought they were glass. And I don't know what the difference. I know Swarovski has their own, like it's a crystal, it's not CZ, it's different, but I'm comparing sparkly things. Woof.
different beautiful options. But look at the detail on this. It sparkles. It's gorgeous. The finish is really,
So
really
does
pretty. It's
glitter,
not a
ma'am.
rough finish.
It's I don't feel like she spent this much time talking about the Claire's jewelry and talking about all the other things that in comparison. And I feel like this is so lopsided and this is completely lopsided.
Mhm.
It's not a clip-on for a child. Yes, Lindsay. That's
Right.
exactly it. Yes. Amy said, I have nothing against lab made. It makes stuff a lot more accessible. Absolutely.
It's like she's comparing a training bra to like a push-up bra.
Yes.
Like they're still bras, but two completely different
Totally
purposes.
different.
And you have a standard back. And It's such a fun collection. This is actually a really favorite of mine.
And what about, okay, so going back to the Claire's earrings, what if the person doesn't like big earrings? I don't like big earrings. Some people
Mhm.
don't like big earrings. And if you like big earrings, you may not like small earrings. So we're comparing again cherries and watermelons. Not the same,
Right.
not equally comparable.
And I'm gonna say this multiple times, y'all are gonna get sick of me, but at least you can pick out what you're buying at Claire's.
Yes, and you can return it. I'm sure there's
Mhm.
some kind of a return policy. It may not be super generous, but there is a return policy. In BP, you can't return anything, you can't exchange anything. It's very specifically the only way anybody can get a refund is if the item has not been opened yet. So if a customer places an order and then something happens and the rep hasn't opened it, they can get a refund. That's the only way. Once it's been opened, it's been opened. And if the rep opens something accidentally, then the rep has to pay for it because they can't sell revealed jewelry either.
Yeah, that's why
And
you'll
no,
see a lot of people. I saw 2 reps today. One did buy 3, get a revealed for free, and then one did buy 5, get a revealed for free.
uh-huh. And I have seen some reps that are going away from doing coupons and coupon codes, like, percentages off of the jewelry to
Mhm,
that style where it's 3 and 5 or a specific number of pieces or subscribers get a free revealed OG or piece on them, whatever. And I think that it is an interesting way that reps don't have to come out of their money for the coupon codes. I've also seen some reps who don't give newbies a coupon code. You have to order to get a coupon code.
mhm.
So you don't get it up front. And I think a lot of reps are going away from the giving coupon codes because it's coming out of their pocket. And Wendy pointed something out yesterday that now they're charging credit card fees on shipping and tax. So before it was, they're passing along a lot of when you're talking about credit card processing fees, what it sounds like to me is Lillian is passing along those credit card processing fees to the reps. So they're now having to pay and there it's that 2.9 or 2.8% or whatever. So it's on everything that a rep orders from BP, they're having to pay that credit card processing fee, which
Mhm.
to me is kind of yucky, but you know, it's not going to deter the reps and it's not going to stop them.
No, and some of these reps have massive orders or they'll order, like, on a weekly basis. So that's even more money in Lillian's pocket for just sitting there doing nothing.
Designing, in my opinion, ugly jewelry.
Okay, now we have rings. Here is our ring.
I literally, when she saw that, I was gonna be like, "Is that the Claire's ring?" Oh my god.
See? We should man, if I had more time, I would've, like, snipped it out and played, like, Claire's or BP.
That should be like our New Year's. We have to plan our New Year's because we're gonna do something fun. We've already said we're gonna do something like a game or something fun for our New Year's, but still, like, and I
Mhm.
don't where did these come from? Is my other question. Did they come from a collection? Did they come from OGs? Did they come where are what is this? What is this?
That top one, I call them sweater rippers because that is just
Yes,
going to shred your shirt.
it's so bad.
On top. This is 1 and 2. So I paired them together.
So it's 2 separate rings. It's not even rings that came together.
No. Whereas the ones from Claire, she bought as a set.
Yes. And we'll see because this is obviously I haven't seen this. We'll see if they go together any better than the BP rings do.
You know what I should do? Um, so I work in an outlet mall, for the holidays, and there's a great store called Miss A. I'm sure a lot of you have probably heard of it.
Yes.
I walked in for the first time like, I've been online, but I actually walked into a Miss A, and the jewelry section, I shit you not, it looked like a BP like overhaul, and all the rings were $1. So it really begs the question of quality.
Yep. And people have seen and people have found the exact same stuff on Temu or,
Mhm.
other websites to show that the cost, and that's the cost of buying the ring at like what I'm assuming what Temu would say is like their retail, customer facing site. If
Right.
the same manufacturing places are making the rings and selling them to BP at wholesale cost, it's obviously going to be less than the customer facing Temu site. So we're talking about rings that are $1, $2, no more than $3. And
Mhm.
like, think about that. Think about it.
Also,
Like,
just look
critically
at the
think.
yellow gold. That
Yeah,
yellow is just so wrong.
it's so yellow. I don't think I have anything in BP gold. I know I have BP rose gold, but I don't have anything in BP gold. I need to hit up my rep friends and be like, I just need one small gold ring for research purposes.
I
No.
just wanna test one of the sterling silvers. I'm not gonna buy, not spending my money on BP. I promise y'all, okay? If I
So,
ever do, please, like, smack me, okay? This goes specifically for you, Jen. I want you to come out here and smack me if I ever buy
okay,
anything from BP, okay? But
I'm gonna
after
pause you
s
for a second. I'm gonna go to the
You're good.
bathroom and let you talk for a second. This is like a
Okay.
perfect time for me to stop and go pee. Okay.
Yeah, I want to see if, the sterling silver stuff is actually sterling silver, because there are fakes out there that say like 0.925 sterling silver and are not. Um, Now sterling silver, obviously, unless it's like 100% sterling silver, it will be mixed with another metal, which is why it's called 0.925. It's 92.5% silver. Um, so I'd be really interested to see, like, what it actually tests as, because if we're having issues with, like, people's fingers turning green, but being blamed for low iron and stuff, I'd be a little bit curious to see how well their sterling silver holds up. And yeah, Stephanie, the yellow on the Lux bracelets is so bad. It reminds me of, like, y'all ever see those, like, really thick chains in, like, the stores for, like, Halloween? It's like that
Yes.
kind of, like, costume jewelry.
Yes.
Now
Yes.
I've seen, like, actual gold in that color, but you cannot sit here and tell me that BP is using actual gold.
And like, so on this, hold on, let me find it. Let me grab it. I know I showed y'all this on Sunday. So this is a BP bracelet that is the same style as, so it's got the little like, swear I can, like, it has a little pig nose that has pink stones on it, and this is the little pulley that's like the bracelets. I swear I can do things like an adult. It has a little pulley system, but it looks so copper to me. And
Mhm.
I don't have my wedding set on, but it it just looks coppery, like not good. My wedding set is rose gold. I like rose gold in certain situations and certain pieces of jewelry, but their rose gold just looks coppery. It doesn't look true rose gold to me.
Yeah, no, I love rose gold, that's my favorite, shocker, but, yeah, this is not close, and we're not saying that Claire's is either, but they're also not trying to sell you a dream.
Or a diamond that's worth like 10% of its real value or
Mhm.
MSRP.
Yeah, the MSRP is a joke.
Together just to kind of match it to theirs.
So I want to back up here and I want to say one thing. If these rings, if these rings, they are OGs because they're rose gold and yellow gold, they're
Sorry, real quick,
$20.
I'm getting a phone call, I'll be
Yeah.
right back.
Okay. They're 20 bucks. $19.95 per ring, right? So essentially here you could say she stacked 4 rings at, you know, $100 being 20, $80 plus shipping. So say $100. So $100 she's showing you here on this stack of rings. And the other thing too is it's a mystery and surprise reveals. So to get this setup that she has here, you could open 10, 20, 40 rings just to get it set up like this. It's not the you go pick what you want, it's the surprise and it's a mystery and you don't know. Not all the rings are look like this. Some of them have huge stones and they look completely different, and it's just looks like something my mom would wear on a cruise. Like it's not good.
And take a look at that. That looks black to me. That must be glass. I don't know what it is. I tried.
It's okay. We're going to keep going. I Am I missing? These are all BP rings, right? Those aren't those aren't the bottom set isn't Claire's, right? Am I making that up? Cuz she's talking about that stone is glass. Is
Yeah,
she
I
saying
think she
that
just
because
threw us for a loop on this one. Can
let me
we
yeah, let me
Yeah.
rewind it and let me kind of go back here. Okay, we'll start here.
Here is our ring on top. This is 1 and 2. So
Okay.
I paired them together just to
Okay,
kind
so I retract my previous statements. The top set is BP, the bottom set is Claire's. However, so $40 for 2 rings, but you're going to have to buy a lot of rings just to be able to find something like this that would go together as she has them set up.
Yeah, and if you get ice crystal, it's going to look worse than that third ring.
Yes. Yes. I have we can look. I have some pictures of ice crystals too if we don't see any. Okay. Now I'm not confused anymore.
of match it to theirs. And take a look at that. That looks black to me. That must be glass. I don't know what it is. I tried to find information, but you can just see the difference, you guys. Ours is rhodium plating. It's just
Wait. That's not rhodium plated. That's rose
That's
gold.
rose gold plated. She doesn't
Yes.
even know her own inventory.
Yes. Lindsay said, "Oh, it doesn't do a lot for her point that we thought all of those are BP." No, it doesn't, because and she
No.
wasn't specifically clear about it and she didn't keep them separate enough. And then I thought they were all BP. Okay, did I assume? Yes. Could I not have been listening closely enough? Yes. I'm neurodivergent. That is who I am. I know my strengths and weaknesses. But I was super confused. And if I'm
Yeah.
confused, I'm not the only one that's confused.
She was as clear as that third ring.
such a difference.
Okay, and I just want to say, I don't hate the Claire's rings. I'm sure for what she paid for them, she went into it's not a lot of an investment. And it'd be like, okay, if you have to go on a vacation and you don't want to take your actual wedding set, go to Claire's, buy it on Amazon. I don't care. Do something. But I don't hate it. I don't hate the Claire's jewelry for a purpose that's not wearing it every day.
Right. For the price, you know what you're getting, you know?
Right.
Whereas BP, it's like, oh, you're paying 19.95 for one ring. Sometimes you'll get a two for, as they like to call it, but you're paying for one ring for $20 that you don't get to choose a style. You only get to choose a size. Whereas Claire's, you know what you're getting into. You know it's going to be costume jewelry. You know that it's not going to last you that long.
Mhm. And it's okay if it gets lost or it gets broken or it gets damaged or it gets, God forbid, stolen. Like, it's okay because it's what you paid for.
Right.
Yes, exactly. Stephanie
Mhm.
said, "I'd rather wear the bottom Claire's band than the top BP one." Absolutely.
Yep.
Oh
Oh, no.
no. Amy said, I ordered from Papa John's like an hour and a half ago and was just thinking, huh, where's my food? And one of my, I'm thinking roomies just got home and said it was apparently chilling on the porch and it's raining. Oh my,
That's awful.
no.
Moment of silence for the pizza.
Yeah. I hope that it wasn't in the rain, like directly in the rain. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, I was right. I was right. I was like, it's, I thinking it's roommates. Autocorrect is rude.
And when you look at it in person, it's a huge difference.
Is it? Is it? Is it a huge
No.
difference? Because I don't think so. I think that the like those all those stones doesn't make it appear to be any better.
No. If you told me that the first 2 rings were from Claire's, I would believe you.
Yeah.
Just like we thought the last 2 were from BP.
Yes.
That's why you're getting all these comments, ma'am. Like, this is literally the Barbara Streisand effect in full bloom. Like, she is bringing more attention to the fact that they are so comparable to Claire's. Like, not the earrings. She has no idea what she was doing with the earrings, but at least the
No.
rings, you know?
I don't, and again, I don't hate the Claire's. Oh, no. I don't hate the Claire's rings. And that's, I'll stand here and say that with my whole chest. I don't hate the Claire's rings.
Jax
There we
is
go. That's better.
Jax is throwing a hissy fit because he's mad that I'm in my office instead of on the couch with him.
Oh, that's Wendy, you're being rude. You're being rude to
I
him right
know. I
now.
should just like pick up my whole Mac and bring it to my living room, like
Yes,
table
just
and all.
yep, yep, totally accommodate him.
Mhm.
Yes, yes, the bottom
Mhm.
2 are from Claire's. She like so she showed him and was talking about him, and then she's like, "Oh, the top 2 are BP." And I was like, "Hold on a second. What are the bottom 2?" And then she talks about how unclear the stone is and the third one and because it's glass. And then the other bottom ring is also Claire's.
Mhm.
Yes, 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 and
Yeah.
especially if you have a special occasion, like, if you're doing something that you wanted something different and it was a one-time deal, you're not out a whole bunch of money.
And another thing that just popped into my head, at least when I worked there, I haven't stepped in foot into a Claire's in years. Like, I have no need to. But at least when I worked there, they had a hypoallergenic line too.
Mhm,
So Bomb Party doesn't have anything for skin sensitivities other than sterling silver,
right,
which is like not even like a fraction of their inventory.
nope, and sometimes if people are lucky, they can get an upgrade and get sterling in their OGs, but
Mhm.
excuse me, it okay, so you get a ring, you paid $20 and you got a ring that you would have paid 35 for?
Mhm.
Make it make sense.
Wow, look at the difference. This is cubic zirconia handset, and this is rose gold plating. Okay. Then you have their hoop. I
Oh,
don't
now
know.
we're gonna talk about hoops. Wait,
Do
is
we
this
want
the
to talk
Claire's
about
hoop?
hoops? I'll bring up a fucking picture. Let's talk about hoops.
So let's see which one this is.
Oh, this is the best I can find. It sits on your ear right there, like the other
So it's
one, but it
another
has a
clip on.
squishy back.
So she knows what a clip-on is, she just was acting like she didn't know what a clip-on was in the other one,
Mhm.
right? I mean, am I wrong with that? Like, she's like, "I don't know what the clip is," in the and now I think she's a bit confused too, Amy. I think she's a bit confused.
Mhm.
Hey,
Welcome.
Casosities. We are talking hoops. This rep is comparing Claire's to BP. Buckle up. It's been a wild ride.
You have to go back later and rewatch like the beginning because like The first
I
time
do.
I saw the comparison between, like, the Claire's and her Market Fresh, I literally had to pause and just cry. It was so funny. I was not prepared for her bringing those out.
I'm not a hoop girly, so but I can appreciate different people like different things.
I mean, if something caught on there, I'd be like, oh, I mean, that would really hurt. So you
So
have that,
anywho,
and then you have
If something caught on it. So how is that different than the open hoops that BP sells and reveals?
question. Um, how is that any different from the Market Fresh that she just showed us?
Because the Market Fresh was not a circle. Now we're talking only about circles.
Oh, okay. So the hexagon is fine, but the circle we have
It's the
issues with.
circle. It's the
Gotcha.
circle. It's
Thanks
the
for the
the circle.
clarification.
Yes. Amy said, "I can forgive crooked and missing stones from Claire's, but not with those things from BP with the MSRP."
Exactly.
Yep.
What we used to do, fun
Lux Layer.
fact, um, you know how Claire's has like the packs of earrings?
Yes.
Most of the time they'd have like a missing earring or two, you know. So we would sit there and take like the stacks of like stuff with like missing earrings and then just
Mhm.
repurpose them on like the other ones and make full stuff.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it was a lot of like recycling of like, well, all of these are still good, and I have another set that's missing some. So let's just break
Yeah.
that up and you know, I'd
Be
rather
able to sell something,
exactly, I'd rather discount out, you know, that one package versus all of them.
all of them. That's smart.
Mhm.
Layers. This is their Lux layer.
Ma'am. Ma
This is not no.
Okay. Lux layers in BP, I can't remember the price, but
I believe
okay.
39.95.
We're comparing BP to Claire's because this rep specifically is comparing she went to Claire's and bought some jewelry to compare to BP. It is very clearly not an even comparison. We're comparing apples and oranges. I said strawberries and cherries and watermelons, but we're not comparing the same thing. So this is a good question. Where's the
Yeah.
hoop comparison? Exactly. And this is so Lux Layers was a set. It was necklaces that were in different lengths. I think they were, I don't know, like 18 to 22 inches. They were different. There was like three necklaces. They were all different. One set of them had a clasp in the back that you could connect all the necklaces to and wear it as one. They've had different ones. They've had spring. They've had um summer, right? Spring? No. One box was maroon. I think that was like fall or
That was
winter.
fall.
And
That
then
was
they've had
fall. Yeah.
spring Lux layers.
Mhm.
Casosity said, "It's honestly embarrassing to try to make this argument." Yes, it is.
Yeah, she does not know what she's talking about.
Mm-mm. So she's comparing this one necklace that she found to the equivalent of a BP Lux layer, which is not even remotely close. She would have to have at least two other necklaces to compare it to a Lux layer to even come close to comparing it.
Mhm.
I don't know what this is, like what material. I tried to look it up and see, but
It's most likely
this
rhodium
is
plated.
theirs. Look at cute little heart with a stone there. That's cute. That's cute.
It's cute for it's not adult. It's
No.
not mature enough to be considered adult use and wear, in my opinion. Like, maybe if I'm dressing up in a costume or something, and I'm not trashing Claire's. Like, yeah, if I could see using it as, like, in a fun costume and with a lot of jewelry or something like that, but it's not the same.
You know, and I don't think they're open anymore, but what would have been a better comparison is have you ever been to Charming Charlie's?
I have not, but I've heard of the store. I know I remember the
I don't think
store.
they're open anymore, but,
Yeah.
that was my jam. That, like, especially in, like, my mid-20s.
Mhm.
Love it. Oh, that's
There's,
sterling silver.
uh, what did, Lindsay said, if she said that's Claire's Lux line, it's sterling silver. Okay, so it
Mhm.
could be sterling silver.
Yeah.
And then here is Bomb Party. Like, I'm sorry, the difference is just unparalleled. Unparalleled. Look at these. Look, this is, I just can't even say enough. You can
Wait. Is that a Lux layer or is that
That's a
a
pendant. That's a pendant.
pendant?
So she's comparing a pendant to what she thinks is a Lux layer from Claire's.
Pendants were longer. They were a lot of people bought pendants and said they would use them for like lanyards and stuff. It's not the typical like a necklace that falls up here like at the um like up here at the throat almost. It is more of a like belly button
Mhm.
length necklace. Okay. See, th- the three of us have said it is a pendant. It is so.
Yeah. That's definitely a pendant.
Still not the same. Pendants were definitely more expensive than I think they were more expensive than Lux layers, or they were close in the same price point for around the $40 range.
Mhm.
So she's comparing a oranges and tomatoes. Now we've moved on to oranges and tomatoes. Not even the same.
see it for your own self. So when people are talking about Bomb Party not being of quality, you just have to take it for what it's worth, you know?
You have to take it for
Yeah,
what it's worth. Yes.
exactly.
Amy said, is she even comparing different fruits or did she pick a fruit and a piece of furniture to compare? Apparently, you are
Seriously.
correct.
It's like, "Oh, they go in the house." Like, okay, that's your only argument then.
Yes.
I honestly don't have anything against Claire's. It's just not what we sell. And so, really, really pay attention to
Okay.
what you're consuming when it comes to Bomb Party and do your
How
own.
about not just when it comes to Bomb Party? How about like you can compare things and it doesn't have to be to Bomb Party. Bomb Party is not the standard. Like we're
No.
not letting Bomb Party be the standard here.
Mm-mm.
Like so you want to talk about jewelry? I love this ring. So Emmett and I both have, if you can see, it's got a tree on it. The tree, we got
Oh, that's
married under the
pretty.
tree of life. I got us each it says stamped 925. Now Wendy has me paranoid that it's not, but we're going to say that it is. I got us each matching stamped tree of life rings on Etsy and they were less than $30 a piece. Like he got one and I have one and I'm happy with the jewelry. My finger hasn't turned green yet. And it's like you can buy quality jewelry from people from small, even if they're buying it from other places and they're not necessarily making it themselves. It's like I don't know if the woman made this ring or didn't, but it like I would much rather support someone like that than buy BP that you don't know if it's going to turn your finger green or other colors. And green is not the only color. Some of them leave that like a grayish ring. But and don't let anyone sit there and tell you that you have low iron and that's why the rings turn green. That is also false. That is also false.
Research, and this is a very clear indication of the differences. And so I hope this spreads light at the vast differences between Claire's and Bomb Party. Sending you guys so much love and light. Take care.
Well, that was
everything I wanted it
that
to
was
be.
that was enlightening. Let me look. I want to see one thing if she's let's look. She's got all kinds of stuff. So she's got
Mhm.
rolling inventory, BP the hard truth. What is this? Let me see something. Hold on.
Okay.
Because I want to see, since we're already here,
Oh, yeah. I ain't doing shit right now.
I want to see, I want to find her. What did she say her
Give me a second and I
VP?
can get it for you.
Is this it?
Love and Light Reveals.
Love and Light Reveals. I want to.
Stephanie, I am so cozy right now. Like, I have the heat on, but my office and my bedroom don't really get the heat. But I usually like it colder anyway, but it's a little cold in here.
Is this the one?
Also, it's
See,
5 o'clock and the sun is going down, and I'm not happy about it.
oh, 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 this is it. This is it. Okay,
Ooh,
okay,
I'm excited now.
okay. So let me kind of give y'all. Hold on. Pause. Pause.
Thinker Dreamer
Okay.
Sketcher Spy said watching the BP versus Claire's comparison is watching the realization of this was a bad idea in real time.
Yes. Okay. So I've told Wendy about this. This is the same woman we're going to talk about. She I'm quirky. This is not news. But this woman has a she does what she calls a podcast, and so she has a mic, but she holds the mic in her hands the whole time, and it makes me a little batty. So I'm just going to preface it with that. And I want to show y'all this because this, yeah, okay. I can't watch this alone. Give me two. Okay, let's do this. Okay, here we go.
Oh, I hate that already. I'm already cringing.
Can I, what is floating player? Oh, no, we don't
We get
want
paid to
that.
party, so it must be
No.
Nope.
easy. In actuality, it's
Okay. Let me make sure the video is playing correctly. Okay, good. Technical difficulties abound.
well, we get paid to party, so it must be easy. In actuality, it's extremely difficult at times. There are peaks and valleys because this is a legit business. It is no different than
No, it's not. No, it's not.
No, I do not know what just happened. That was a whole situation. I'm sorry, friends.
I was like, did you figure out sound bites? You got to tell me.
No, and my phone is dying. My that was definitely one of those like, oh my god, shut it down, shut it down, shut it down.
That
Moments.
timing was just too good.
Sorry, friends. I'm so sorry. Nothing like a little panic. Trying to like it's one of those things. I'm laughing about it because I'm uncomfortable, like DC says. It's not a legit business, even for Lillian. Accurate. No, I want to continue as a guest. Let's try this again. Okay. We get paid to party.
I just had
What
to
is
have a
happening?
one-on-one with my dog of like, stop throwing a tantrum, please, sir.
It really wants to play the spooky music, and I am not here for it. Okay. Please excuse the technical difficulties. I will get my life together at some point.
You're good.
It might not be today. Let's see if I do it this way, if it's easier.
You can't hear her.
No. Okay, let me try it this way then. I'm figuring out my life.
This is a legit business.
There we go.
No. Why?
Well, we
I
get
know
paid
what
to
I'm
party,
doing. It's me.
so it must be easy. In actuality, it's extremely difficult at times. There are peaks and valleys because this is a legit business. It is no different than any other business. And I think people.
It is completely different. It is 1,000% different. It is. We talked about it on Sunday. It is different than a legitimate business.
People confuse that because we're showing us having a party. So as long as you go in with the right.
Man, buy a mic stand. For the love of God, buy a mic stand. You bought a mic. I'm sorry that things like this bug me, but buy a freaking mic stand.
My mic stand came in the box with my microphone. Like, I got lucky with that.
Yeah.
It was just
Mine
like,
did too.
yeah, okay. So maybe she's like, oh, we don't need this.
She wants to be a rebel. I mean, do you, boo, but I'm going to Twitch the whole time. It's the reverse of the little microphone trend.
Yes. I hate that too.
Expectations that it's going to be extremely
Go ahead,
hard.
Wendy. I'm sorry.
Oh, that was it. I was just like, I don't like the little microphones either, where it's like, hey guys. I'm like, it's adorable, but not for me.
It's a lifestyle, it's not a career, then you will be fine. But I think a lot of people go in completely blindsided at the work that it takes to run a small business. Well,
It's not a small business, first of all. People get, I mean, apparently, it's not a small business. The people who get roped into it, and I've been there, I was one of them, so I can speak from experience, they don't get training. It's trial by fire. You learn because you make mistakes, and that's another behavior that's encouraged in MLM is you figure it out, you make mistakes, don't be afraid to just do it. And that's, don't do it scared. And these are all things that they tell you that I've heard. Do it scared, just, don't be afraid to do it. Mel Robbins, I've listened to Mel Robbins at a conference before, and
My
it's like her
condolences.
5 4 3 2 1 deal and all that stuff. And it's, it being an MLM is ignoring a lot of boundaries, and it doesn't encourage healthy boundaries and behaviors. It's just plow through. A no is not a no forever, is what they used to tell us. It's a no right now doesn't mean a no forever. And it's like no means no. No means no. Respect that people will say no. And I wish people would get out. I wish people would see that and understand that it is okay, and people should respect other people's boundaries. And they shouldn't have to every 6 months continue to set that boundary and say no thank you, no thank you, no thank you.
It's like Edward Scissorhands with the Avon lady. Like, I'm never
Yes.
gonna buy from you. Okay, see you next month.
Yes. Not learning is also a possibility. Just getting lucky is a valid strategy. It shows in top leader trainings they can't tell what they did. Yes, thinker, dreamer, sketcher, spy. Absolutely. I think that to be successful in MLM, in my opinion, is to get lucky and to continue to get lucky. And then it's because you've been lucky and you've built a big team, then it just kind of perpetuates, because people are drawn to the top leaders. They want that person to be their upline because they're successful. That means I'm going to be successful. And that's not how it works. that's why there are so few people at the top, is because the people that are at the top either got in super early or they've been lucky. Are they talented? I'm not saying they're talented and they aren't skilled. That's not it at all. But in my opinion, they've gotten really lucky, and that's how they've continued to perpetuate their quote unquote business.
Mhm.
Hi, Cal.
Hey, how are ya? Cal, right down the street from me, there's a restaurant called Cal's Chicago Eatery, and I think of you every time I see that place.
Let's talk. Who wants to talk about conspiracy theories? Let's talk
Ooh.
about conspiracy theories. Yes. Let me share this to my
Oh, Jen, did you get
myself. Give me a second.
the TikTok of the ring that looked like it got crushed?
No.
Okay. I sent it to you, I think, this morning,
Oh,
but
I didn't see that. I didn't open that yet.
okay.
I did not see it.
You need to
Uh,
watch it because I was just mortified. And they were laughing
okay.
about it too.
Oh,
Hey, thank you for subscribing, Amy. I just got the notification.
let's do no. But I don't want. Hold on, my nose is itching. Give me just a second. Sorry, if you are wondering what I'm doing when I'm turning around, it's the dog is on the floor and she is chewing herself because she has allergies like I do. And
Oh, Wolfie revealed a Lillian's Lux. Have you seen that one?
no.
Here, I'll send it to you. You're gonna be like, what the fuck is this?
All right, let me close that. I got distracted by the dog. We had to give her a bagel chip. Which one is the first one? It's this one, right? Yes. Okay. So I'm last night minding my business, watching BP. And is this the first one? Is no. Okay, I have to put them in order. 90 is before 91. Okay. And I don't know how we got there, but it's the whole thing got started, and Jules, I was watching Jules. If you don't know who she is the one who does like 20, 30-hour lives. She just did one this weekend. It was like 30 something hours. She was talking about something, and I don't know how we got on the subject of conspiracy theories. And she was talking about how she had gone down the rabbit hole of space not existing, and space is the ocean. And I don't I have taken a conspiracy theories class at college. It was very interesting to learn about conspiracy theories and the psychology behind conspiracy theories and why people believe and all that stuff. So it's very interesting to me. But she was talking about space is the ocean. And then it went so far, and Mother Mary hopped in the chat, and let me show you. Let me see if I can show you this, and then I'll read what Mother Mary said. And this was late. This was midnight my time. I'm Central Time. So this was 1 o'clock Mother Mary's time. 90. Okay, here's the first one. So this is a screenshot that I took. Jules is obviously a public figure. She has definitely enough followers. So this comment from Mother Mary says, "My granddaddy confessed on his dying bed that we never went to space." Okay.
I'm sorry. Can we pause for just a second and take that in? Because, like, I Okay, fun fact about me, before I started Amazon, I was actually going to go into mortuary school. I love stuff like that, even though I'm the pastel princess, like I still love like the darker side of stuff.
Mhm.
Um, my traumas don't allow me to do that anymore. But with death, there comes a lot of like, when you're on your deathbed, you're gonna have visualizations and stuff. And
Mhm.
so I'm sorry, but you're going to believe a dying man that you don't know where he is in his headspace about a conspiracy theory? Like,
Mhm.
I just can't. I can't wrap my mind around that.
Okay. So that was the first comment. So then it kind of it was still going and people were still talking about it, and it was then Jules said something about there was a comment made about how the we haven't explored all of the ocean, and then somebody made a comment too about why does the when the spacecrafts enter back into the atmosphere, they land in the ocean. I'm like, well, that's not always true because they land on the landing pad. So that's not okay. Like that doesn't track. So let me show you the second screenshot that I took. Um, like I don't fuck around with the ocean. There's shit down there that we don't even know exists, and I'm good not fucking around with the ocean. Like
No.
like Amy said, the ocean is scary, man. Absolutely. Like, I don't fuck around with the ocean. I believe there were megalodons. Like, yes, whatever. The ocean, don't fuck around with the ocean. Like, no.
But
So
also,
then
outer space is not the ocean. But continue.
then she said, let's see, this one. So then the next comment was, who took a picture of the moon landing? Who did that? A camera of some kind.
No, that
So
could not have happened. That was before cameras existed. Didn't you know that?
So Mother Mary asked, who took the picture of the moon landing? And then there was conversation about that, right?
Mhm.
Cool. I swear this, like, I can't make this stuff up. I can't. Then the next one, oh wait, 92? Okay, yes. This is the last one. And then I actually have a picture of a ring I can show y'all. A 24 and a new one. Um,
I'll take a
where's
screenshot
the
of the TikTok of the janky ring too, if you want to see that.
yeah, yeah. It's this one. Okay, here we go. This is Mary's follow up. Mother Mary says, studio shots. Area 51 is where my granddaddy was stationed. So there we have it.
Okay. I will be the first one to say, like, the US government has done some shady shit. Okay. I'm not like a huge fan of what they have done, like, but I'm not going to get into that territory. I also know the difference between what they've actually done and conspiracy theories, you know? Like, why, what purpose would the government have to fake a moon landing? Like, it brings a lot more like glory. And, this was a whole space race. Like, who could be the first one to go to outer space? It's a whole
Yeah.
like historical moment in time.
Yes.
And she's just throwing it completely out the window because she's just listening to people who, yeah, my granddaddy was in Area 51. Okay, was he in outer space? Like,
But it's okay. DC said she thinks she has the video of Jules last night. So
yes.
if we have the video, this is just an interjection. If we have the video, we're going to do a live of just the conspiracy part if y'all want to see that, because it was wild and there's a lot more of conversations that happen. I just had to share this part with y'all. But yes, the conspiracy theories about like how did we go from looking at ugly bracelets, in my opinion, to the moon. Nobody ever landed on the moon. Like, how did we go from one to the other? I don't know how we got here. Yes. If we faked it, Russia would have found out by now.
Mhm.
I don't think they could have kept it a secret for that long. Maybe they could have, but it's wild. So we'll definitely do a follow-up with the if we have that video, because it's great. This I got, maybe BP has let. I wouldn't be surprised. I know on some of the Cassidy said maybe BP has lead in it too. When I looked at the import, like the manifests or whatever they call them, it said on one of them brass jewelry.
Mhm.
So on the shipping, when it came over from China where it was manufactured, it says it's brass. So tell me that I would love a BP rep to tell me that their jewelry doesn't have brass, because the actual import records says otherwise.
Yep. Like, what do you think they're putting gold plating on? Gold? That
Right.
wouldn't make sense.
Right. And brass is cheap.
Mhm.
And in my opinion, if you have not noticed, Lillian does not like to spend Lillian likes to make money. And
Oh, yeah.
she's going to make less money. She's going to make more money if she uses brass rings that are, coated in whatever material that she
Yeah.
chooses.
Oh, easily.
Yes, definitely twisty. And I'm going to show you, I saw this today. This is a new, of course, that's not going to work. This is a new setting. So a 2424 is an RBP. So RBP 2424 is the style. It's a
Well, that's
large
an old
stone.
one.
Yes, people have been collecting 2424s. It's a whole deal. People know what they are. This ring was opened today by Fizz and Daily Mom. And the one on the right is the new stone that everybody's saying is going to be the new 2424. The stone on the left is the 2424. And they made 2424s in all kinds. They have all different stones. There's onyx, there's different colors of CZs. This one is an emerald color. But it's one of those that people go nuts for, and this is the epitome to me of cruise jewelry. Like, you're wearing a green dress, buy the green ring.
But at least, like, the green one has some kind of, like, translucency to it,
Yeah.
whereas the blue one just straight up looks like resin.
And it sits up super high. Like, he showed the side profile of it, and it sits up super high. Like, so you see my Aura ring, it sits up like at least this, like twice as high.
Oh,
It sits up
wow.
high, and it has a high setting on it. Cassosity said my Mimi would love it. And I bet your Mimi would rock it and be beautiful wearing it. But
Mhm.
not from BP. And I'm going to go on a limb and say your Mimi deserves better than BP, because I think everybody's Mimi deserves better than BP, in
Mhm.
my opinion. I like the green stone. I know
Mhm.
Wendy loves emerald, and so
It's my favorite, and I'm struggling a little bit because, like, it looks nice, like,
Mhm.
especially when you compare it to the blue one.
Yes.
But
And
knowing what
that
I know about BP, I still could not spend money on that.
the green one is Val's personal 2424, because she pulled it out, and I was like, yeah, because I love emerald, and I think it's, for what it is, it's not a horrible ring. I wouldn't buy it, and I wouldn't search for it, but I can see why, because she loves like red and green and Christmas and all that stuff, and
Mhm.
it makes sense. Cheap but pretty. I don't hate it. I don't hate it,
Right.
and that's saying something. I don't have anything else. I need to
Oh,
take the
real
dog
quick,
out, but okay, go ahead.
I just sent you that picture
Okay, hold on. All right, let
because
me.
this'll, like, just wrap up everything very well.
No.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm gonna share it. Let me drop it. Let me airdrop it to myself.
But yeah, the whole
I need
video,
this.
and you'll see the ring in a second, guys, but the whole video, they were laughing about it. Everyone was just like, "Oh, it's so funny, hee hee ha ha." And it's like, no, that's poor quality control.
I would be so mad if I got that.
Yeah, me too. Like, there's nothing you can do with that.
Oh.
Lindsay, yes. Oh, just wait. You're not going to be prepared. Like, one thing I love in life is ugly, gaudy shit. And I feel like BP just scratches that itch. Look at how dented and mangled that shit is. That was like the best screenshot I could get of it. But
Wow.
yeah, it came out like that. Like, she had the side,
Who
like the profile. And yeah,
who
it came out
stepped
like
on
that.
it? Who stepped on it? Somebody
Somebody
stepped
ran
on
that
it.
over. Right?
They
Here's the
That's
thing.
rough. Yes,
That
castosities.
fist like that. So somebody literally took that ring and said, "Yeah, that's fine. Put it in a ring cube."
Yes. And no one questioned it.
Mhm.
Or what happened if they ran it over while it was wrapped and they just said, "Fuck it, we're not gonna open it, just put it in there and let it get opened."
Yeah.
Like, no shade to the warehouse workers, because I know warehouse workers work their asses off. It is not an easy job, and it is like I people work hard, and I've worked with warehouse people before, and some of them are amazing. People in general are amazing.
Mhm.
But they don't get compensated enough to give a shit.
No, especially when you have the high quotas that like I don't know if they have a quota, for example, but imagine being in a factory and having to produce like thousands of um cubes a day. Obviously, stuff like this is going to get through.
Quality control folks, I don't get paid for this.
Right.
What if
Exactly.
their quality control is the guys who make the fizzy cubes, and like if it looks off, take it out, but they're like, fuck it, nothing looks off. It's all fine to me. Like if
Oh,
I take
yeah.
something out, that's extra work. Fuck it.
Well, also, when you have cubes that are Frankies, like they come already broken in the sleeve, or you have like peekers, like this is cult language. I'm sorry, y'all. But um, where the foil is peeking through, it's like they're just banging these out as quickly as they
Mhm.
can.
Yep. And they hand make the cubes. There's not a
Mhm.
machine that makes the cubes. There's a let me see. Hold on.
It looks like a giant ice tray. And so they put like the fizz in it, put the rings in, and then put more fizz and then pack it down. So each one has like quite a few bath bombs in it. So
Maybe it
do
wasn't.
that 8 hours, 10 hours a day, and yeah, shit's gonna get through.
I want to see. I know they did a. So let me pull this up, and y'all can. I'm gonna remove this. Emmett's gonna come home and be like, "What are you doing?" So
Surprise!
this
I stole
is
your wife.
yeah. No, this is how the rings look in at the home office before they put them in the trays to make the cube. So the rings are just like this in these open containers where I'm assuming they go and they grab the rings and they for whatever sizes if they're because they're size specific, and they put them in these molds and then they hand make the cubes and they're done. There is a video. I'm trying to see, let me see if I can find it, because is this it? So this is it. Let
Mhm.
me play this. So they do hand make the cubes. It's not, which to me is a lot of labor because you have a person standing there, and I don't know exactly the whole process and how it works, but you can see those look kind of like Wendy said, they look like ice trays, like ice cubes. So I'm assuming they put the stuff in and they drop the rings in, because we've also seen where rings have not made it into the cubes before, and there have been cubes that are completely empty that have been fizzed. Those are called ghost
Mhm.
cubes. And so it's a very manual, labor intensive hand process, which to me is, sorry, I thought she was chewing on her bone, she's chewing on her foot. And I would think so too. I think they would use a press, but they don't. And it is very labor intensive to have someone standing there. And for a while, we saw that they didn't have cubes, they didn't have fizz cubes, and they were back ordered. That can be from a lot of different things. It can be from not having stock coming in, being stuck at the port, all that kind of stuff. Or it could also be if they don't have the people there making the cubes, or they can't make the cubes fast enough to keep up with the ordering. Because for a while, we saw a huge surge in number of reps who had joined, and reps were having to wait weeks to get their orders, yet they were still onboarding new reps and taking new reps. And the question was, well, who's going to get their stuff first? Because every rep with their first, they have to buy a product pack. And even the smallest pack has a rainbow cube, it's a rainbow cube. So it's one of every size, I think 6 through 10, maybe, or 6 through 11. I can't remember. And people were concerned, what about those people who had signed up? Are they still going to get their stuff too?
Mhm.
Uh,
I feel
yes,
like
this is
the
what I'm.
reason Lillian didn't do that is because she likes money but doesn't always have the best decisions. Now, from a business perspective, um, the upfront cost of machinery is going to be more.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think that's why she didn't get the machines, because she's like, well, I can just pay somebody to do it. But
Mhm.
you're talking about upfront costs versus long-term costs. Now, as a consumer, I'm happy that somebody has a job instead of a machine, you know? But
Right.
you also can't get mad when there's missing cubes, or there's missing rings and cubes, or
Mhm.
quality control issues. Like, you're going to spend more money over time with a human worker than a machine.
Right. And I would rather there be a human doing it as well. But, people also, consumers have to understand that by, hold on, I can't see you. I'm talking to myself as I'm scrolling. You know, consumers have to understand that that increases the cost. But
Mhm,
if it wasn't an MLM structure, and then the cost of the jewelry would be lower.
mhm,
It's the it it's the whole, you're paying for 4 levels in BP. It's 4 levels. So you're paying 4 levels of people when you buy that jewelry. You're not just
mhm,
paying your rep, you're paying an additional 4 levels. And if they did away with the MLM model and went affiliate, which I'm not recommending that's not what I'm suggesting. I think we would see a reduction in the cost of the jewelry, or who knows, maybe Lillian would keep it the same. I don't know. But why people stay is because they have these teams and they're making a lot of money on their teams, and it's lucrative for them to stay because they're just recruiting and keeping more people in. I don't see a lot of people nowadays asking about joining in the joint, like, how do you do this? And I always see reps who are asking, like, oh, if you want to know what I do or how I do it, click there's a clipboard, or send me an email, or do all this stuff. But it's a lot less now than it was before.
mhm.
And, you know,
That's a good point too, yeah.
Lindsay said Lillian may not be expecting BP to be around long enough to justify the upfront cost. And we see a lot of collections. Like there are collections out every week or 2 weeks. There's another collection coming up in December. We don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. And she does these mystery collections, and with the stacks that we just saw, these luxury stacks or elevated stacks, the whole, if you look at the packaging, number one, the packaging is really nice, and it has this octagon or this like shaped box that stacks like in a honeycomb pattern with other boxes. The packaging is nice. The pillow inside, Wolfie was going on and on and on about the pillow last night. I'm like, it's a pillow. It's fine. It's just a little tiny piece of fabric with some fluff in it.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, she has all these collections and these nice packaging. And, but here's the thing, the reps didn't see that stuff before they ordered. It was, here's a collection. It's a mystery. It's going to be elevated stacks. Order, like if you pre-order, it's a mystery. If you order when with the rest of the reps and when it opens, that's that's later and it could be it'll be capped, so you'll get less.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Tori.
Hello. Oh, Tori, you are going to rage when you go back and watch this.
Lindsay said, I only watch BP with Jen, Wendy, or BP, so I almost never catch the recruiting lives. To me, it's just another recruiting. Like, it's all, once you see a recruiting pitch, it's the same. And oh yeah, MDC, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry that I have gotten I'm not really sorry that I've gotten my friends looped into watching BP, and I've made new friends who like to watch BP, so I'm not sorry. If I have to
Oh, no.
suffer, so does everyone else.
This is now like my time killer, and I love it. Like, I'll just be on the couch having like, YouTube going and like, ooh, yeah.
Yes, it's one night I was telling Lisa, it's like I got in bed and I was watching it, and Emmett woke up and he was like, "Are you really watching that right now?" And I was like, "Yeah. When do I not like?" And I've gone through stretches recently where I've kind of not watched BP because it's like with school and life, I've been prioritizing myself. But it is, I just listen to it. And that's how some of it, it's like you just listening to it is how you find out the most random facts about people. And
Like the
because
Mother Mary's conspiracy theory.
like Mother Mary's conspiracy theory that that nobody landed on the moon.
Oh my
Like,
goodness.
where I really am praying DC has that video because I so badly want to react to it like quickly because
Mm-hmm.
it is wild, friends. It is wild. Just know that's how high up on my priority list of things to do. It was also requested, Wendy, since I have you here and I can see your face when I tell you this. It was
Ooh.
also requested that the Trio of Terror do another Beat the Gummy stream, but this time on Green Compass because they sell CBD products. So we should do a Beat the
Ooh.
Gummy stream while reacting to, I think it's Green Compass.
Yeah, that's the CBD MLM.
Yes, that it was asked that we do that. And I was like,
I am down for that.
I think that would be a good one. I think that would be a
That's
really fun
one that I
one.
probably wouldn't surprise react to. Like, I'd probably watch it by myself before jumping into
Yeah.
it. But
Yes.
yeah, no, I'm totally down.
Okay. So we'll wrangle Lushy into it. Well, she's my manager, so I'll tell her she has to be there to represent me.
Exactly.
Yes, Tori said cheap jewelry and conspiracy theories. That actually sounds like a great time. Yes. And that
Mm-hmm.
would actually be a really fun thing to do too. And I know this is wild. I'm kind of thinking outside the box a little bit. And now we're just kind of talking, but I would love to have like Mother Mary or somebody playing, like how DC does it sometimes, it just has it playing like on the side and talk about conspiracy theories, like pick a conspiracy theory and talk about it. That would be fun too. And it would be a like, yes, I know that BP and conspiracy theories don't go hand in hand, but I think having that distraction of really ugly jewelry, really ugly
Mm-hmm.
boiled jewelry in my opinion, would be fun to talk about, like a different conspiracy theories and stuff like that. And I think it would be a really good time. So we may talk and plan some of that stuff too, because I think it would be fun and something different that we don't do. And I just like doing wild, like not wild stuff, but stuff that's like, I can react to ugly jewelry. We all feel the same way about ugly jewelry. We know it's ugly. But the conspiracy theories thing, yes,
Mhm.
yes,
And also, if y'all have any ideas or come across anything that's you're like, whoa, they got to know about it, feel
yeah,
free to send it to us. Our Instagrams are the same as our handles. So
yep,
I personally don't post a lot on Instagram, but I check it every day. So feel
yeah.
free to reach out.
Yes, definitely. We like suggestions and ideas because like a lot of other content creators, we can find stuff, but knowing what is enjoyable to watch and what other people enjoy watching is great too because it gives us ideas. But I'm definitely we're doing the conspiracy theory thing because I
Oh,
think
yeah.
this is like a great jumping off point and it'll be super fun and we can talk about different stuff.
Hmm.
So, we're almost at 2 hours. Emma is going to be home soon. I got to take the this little
Oh, yeah.
my little fur child who's still licking her feet outside. But I don't have anything. We're gonna we're I'm like now I'm excited about the conspiracy thing because now I'm like, let's
Oh,
fucking go.
I am
Let's
going
go.
to go down a rabbit hole as soon as we get off of this. I promise
Awesome.
you.
Awesome. We don't have anything else scheduled. We had talked about going live with the Trio of Terror today. Obviously, we didn't do that. We came here. It was just like a spur of the moment thing, but y'all will definitely see us soon because we're about to jump in through. We're about to go through the conspiracy theories trail. Live chat, as always, it's amazing. You guys are wonderful. Thank you so much for showing up today and making me and Wendy laugh. It was a great time as always. Um, Words are
Ooh.
hard.
Sorry, think real
It's
quick. Think Your Dreamer Sketcher Spy said, I'm almost fascinated to see Mary's Christmas lives. Oh.
okay. So that now it's a challenge. Now we have to make sure we record that we have her stuff recorded.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
make sure you like both streams, mine and Wendy's, since we both streamed on our channels. If you don't follow one of us, please make sure you do. Um, get a drink, eat a snack, tell someone you love them today, say something kind to yourself, and be a good human. And don't join an MLM. Duh.
And go to Claire's. Don't buy from BP.
Yes, yes. Don't buy ugly jewelry from an MLM. Okay? All right, friends. See you next time. Have a good one.
Bye.